In my previous post about Euro AUD, I received a request from one of my followers to make analysis on Euro AUD, and we started from a monthly time frame. We scaled down to weekly time frame and came to daily, and went low to intraday 4 hours to look at the future of Euro AUD and to get a clear directional bias. And in my 4 hours analysis, which was spot on, with key emphasis on break of structure, support areas, spotting all the chart patterns that exist in the market structure, and to be able to predict the direction of Euro AUD. And I was very specific at the end of my video. I saw Euro AUD is going up, and Euro have done exactly what I said. Go back to the video, check yesterday video posted on Euro AUD. I shared my perspective that Euro was going to smash Australian dollar in days to come, and the price is doing exactly the same. After the tap into liquidity zone, you can see the tap into liquidity zone. You can see here support structure, break of a support structure, retest, break of a resistance structure, price returns on demand. Demand test one, demand test two, price have left. And based on that, I knew that the larger trend was going up. And you can see we have a small structure here, a resistance structure, a play down break of a resistance structure, breakout of a resistance structure, price returns on demand. On Thursday, finally, Euro AUD have made its way up. And in my last analysis on Euro AUD, I was praying for a situation whereby price will break the supply roof and return on demand. And Sydney Tokyo section have done that. By Sydney open into Tokyo section, we have seen price break a supply roof to use it as demand floor. So ladies and gentlemen, prepare to go long. Be very much prepared to go long. So what do we want right now? Let us explain the supply structure. Here we have a support structure, break of a support structure, retest, RT, break of a resistance structure, retest, a return as retest to a broken resistance structure, now a support structure, which we call demand floor. So let's put it demand floor, and so it can make a whole lot of sense to us. So this becomes a new demand floor. So a break of a demand floor, price came closer to the zone for retest, but we already have a descending channel playing demand and supply, while the roof is playing as supply and the bottom is playing as demand. So that took care of the price, and price didn't get back to retest the descending resistance structure. But when price broke out from the descending channel, it retested and went up to retest the roof, a supply roof. Look at the first test of this roof here. Look at the second test. So price, let's change the color. Okay, we'll have purple only. So when price return again respected the supply roof, I knew that the roof was already weak from structural perspective and from impulse perspective. After price tapped into a demand floor, peaked liquidity, and is headed up. And we were praying for the break of the supply roof to use the supply roof as a demand floor for uptick. And price came, lo and behold, to our area. And we are glad that the Asians have broken the structure. So we will look at when London session opens, if the London market will bring price to tap a broken supply roof to use as a demand floor for further uptick. So at the end of the day, we're looking at a situation whereby going long, which I said in my post yesterday on Euro AUD, using multiple time frame to make the analysis, a spot on analysis. So I believe that price will continue to use the broken supply roof as a demand floor for further uptick. So this is very much practical, but let's look if we have pending resistance along the line that could possibly stop price, that will hamper um, price to the upside. We have a structure here. The rally started here in July 2024, which we had a massive breakthrough. So let's see if we find a structure in this zone. I think we found a structure. We found a structure at this zone. Let's see if it's gonna be a break and a retest. What we are looking for is break and retest. So let's see if we find a structure. If we cannot find, that means there's no structure. We have a structure here. So we have a structure here, a resistance structure, break of a resistance structure, and let's now cut the body of the candle. Let's stick to the game. Let's stay faithful in the game. We change the color to black. We found a structure on 4 hours that we play resistance to upswing because we are looking at a point whereby the current impulse that broke the supply roof to return on demand. Where will it find the most sharp resistance to upswing to send it back to retest a broken supply roof? So if it comes back on retest, as a result from the resistance structure from the current line we have now, we expect a retest. We expect a retest, a very strong retest in that zone. So this is what we are looking at the moment, and we want to see how this plays out. So we have here as a resistance structure, which we are going to explain. This is a midterm supply roof. Now we have destroyed one supply roof, then we are looking at another level of supply roof that can possibly stop price from further upswing. That is all we want to see. What will stop price from further upswing? So we'll give it a zone. So ladies and gentlemen, expect price to play into this zone. This will be your next sell. This is your next supply roof. After we broke the previous roof, we broke the purple roof, then price will ultimately come here. So let's adjust our roof. This is our new roof. So on this new roof, then we'll look at a retest of a broken roof to use it as a floor for demand. So now we have here now as our new demand floor. So we expect price to come down here. So if we go further, then we will come down. So let's make it this way. Price will go into here, then come down here, then move up to break this structure. So this is the structure we have for Euro AUD, and it's a very classical structure, and we like the way it played out, and it feels good to analyze from monthly time frame, scale to weekly time frame, then come down to daily, then look at intraday opportunities, and it gives a clear directional bias. And at the end of the day, Euro AUD will continue to see upswing based on the structure, and where you begin to find a very considerable supply roof resistance structure will be from here, where we'll have a previous break of structure and a retest, and price has shown a very strong character at this level. So look at here, we have here break of structure, support structure, break of the support structure, retest one, retest two, and we had the descending trend line acting as a supply roof. So I believe that Euro AUD will look to tap into the supply roof. So you can see the descending structure acting as a dynamic support, which I call demand floor. After the break of structure, price came here on retest 1, retest 2, retest 3, forming a descending trend line, and price came back, wicked into it, showed a rejection. Here we had double confluence. The first confluence is an ascending support structure. A previous resistance roof or a supply roof becomes a demand floor. And when price came here, we had a double confluence which took price. When price came, broke the structure, retested 3 times, 1, 2, and dropped. And we expect a third retest to this level. So if price comes to this supply level, I believe it will be respected before we now pick down to retest a broken supply roof to use as a demand floor for future uptick. So this is what we see analyzing Euro AUD on intraday.